Hi, good morning. I'm Zulfida Devianti Kusumawardani from Class F, and it is my honor to have this opportunity again to deliver my speech. First, I want to thank God for the blessing. Thank you to Mrs. Ira for giving me this topic, and thank you for all my dear friends who give their precious time to watch this speech. So, ladies and gentlemen, we live in this vast and complex world. We live in this sophisticated era. But sadly, as the world becomes more sophisticated, we, as humans, become less human as the humanity itself has faded. And among that is tolerance. As I believe, ladies and gentlemen, tolerance is a root of humanity because we live in many differences. That is why this is such a crucial problem, and I want to talk about it. In this great opportunity, I have two points regarding this issue. First is what make the further weaken tolerance within our society, and the second is how do we restore the importance of tolerance. Without further ado, let us start with the first point. What may the further weaken tolerance within our society? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to talk about the definition about the word of tolerance since I know all of you already know what this word meaning, right? Because this is not such a hard and unfamiliar word to us. So I'm from Indonesia. My country is a beautiful place with complex culture. You can see many differences from one to another. This complexion requires a high tolerance since without it, only chaos await ahead of us. And regrettably, that is what we face now. According to all journals that I have been reading and my own experiences within this issue, I can conclude that the main problem that what make further weaken tolerance within our society is acceptance and rejection concept. Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard the news recently? The news that show that air that how messy our society is, how messy our tolerance is. Property destruction, unfair treatment, prejudiced judgment, and worse, threat to a murder to attract someone just because they are different. Well, our society nowadays, in fact, is become more self-centered. Let us take a look at the real example. Me. So back then, when I was a kid, as someone who lived in Muslim society and as a Muslim itself, it's a common for me, it's a familiar for me to know and to see the mosque. But it's rather new for me to know about the church. So I was curious about them and I have respect for them since I know that the differences is what make us human. But sadly, not all people love this idea. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The church was no longer exists. I don't know how this can happen, but now I know that the society back then couldn't accept the differences. They see it as a wrongdoing. So of course they didn't accept it. They rejected it. This is a small example of intolerance. Today, now as I'm speaking, you can see many news air a lot of cases, horrible cases caused by intolerance, especially in this era where our society feels their culture is the most wonderful one. They see their races as the most virtuous one. They are fighting each other just because they think you are different and you are wrong. There is no tolerance, no understanding feeling that we are Indonesia with 17,000 islands. Indonesia is a rich country, rich in culture. We are different and it is beautiful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you. What are the results of intolerance? Right, racism and discrimination. Racism and discrimination are products of intolerance. The accept and rejection concept give birth to intolerance, while intolerance gives birth to racism and discrimination. Frequent cases of attack on places of worship and discrimination against ethnic minorities is the cases of this problem. Continuously from the first point, now we are here at the second point. How do we restore the importance of tolerance? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe in this beautiful quote. It's a little thing that matters most. Fairer that the change can bring a better environment for us. Well, what kind of action? The very first and important action is to know yourself. Ask yourself who you are. Do you even understand the unity in diversity? How do you feel about the differences? Second, now you know who you are and understand your differences. It's time for you to accept them. You can't always expect someone to be like you, right? Third, try to befriend them. Try to accept them no matter what race, skin color, or religion, all doesn't matter. Next, try to be in their shoes. Imagine living like them, being mistreated. The last action is essential. Be wise. You can't force your opinion, your right on other people. That is not how society works, right? Being polite and respecting others is the right thing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly hope that we can live in a better society. You and I won't be accepted of ourselves again. No worries about what race I am from, what religion that I believe in, and what my skin color is. We all can live in peace as our Bhinneka Tunggal Ika said. Berbeda-beda, tetapi tetap satu jua. Unity in diversity. Differences is not a threat. It's not a shame. Differences is a gift. It's a blessing. Hopefully, this speech can light the tolerance fire in your heart. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.